Syra gave birth to Zachariah in April 2008 and decided she would bank his umbilical cord blood. The blood is rich in stem cells, essentially virgin cells which have the potential to grow into different kinds of bodily tissue. Stem cells are already used successfully in treating immune and blood system disorders like leukemia. But some scientists believe that in the future they'll be used to grow replacement tissue and even whole new organs.
You are doing something to protect your child in case something happens. It's an insurance policy, and you would take out other insurances. Why not take one out for your child?
Syra banked her son's cells with Future Health Technologies in Nottingham, one of 6 companies offering the service in the UK. Launched in 2002, the company has banked 22,000 samples from 35 countries. The company provides expectant couples with a collection kit, so hospital staff can collect blood immediately after birth. The sample is then couriered to Future Health's storage facility, where it's stored in liquid nitrogen vapour at -180 degrees Celsius. The cost for collection and 20 years storage is just under $2,000.
We do believe that if anything happened to Zach, those blood cells will come to Zach's rescue. I'm not sure whether Future Health guaranteed that, but in our minds, we are under the impression that absolutely, if something happens to Zach, those blood cells will be called upon and he will get better.
But there is no guarantee. Currently, the chance of a child coming down with a disease that would need its own cord blood transplant within the next 20 years are between 1 in 5,000 and 1 in 20,000. As diseases like leukemia are genetically linked, a child's stored cells may contain the same abnormality that caused them to fall ill in the first place.
I strongly believe that with the media activity and more evidence into the usage of stem cells, this is driving parents on to in fact store them on the potential that one day they may be of use. But again, as we've said, there is no guarantee.
What can be guaranteed is that stem cells can be used to help people with blood disorders now, so parents should consider being philanthropic and donating their cord blood to a public bank. The US and most European countries have their own public banks, with samples freely available to anyone who needs a transplant. The British National Health Service, the NHS, currently banks around 1,200 samples a year and are working to increase that number. It's free to donate, and your donation can potentially go to helping someone who needs it now. But like far too many public health initiatives, it's under-resourced. Which is what gave rise to Richard Branson's idea for a combined public-private bank. Branson's Virgin Health Bank, set up in 2007, charges parents a similar fee to other private banks, but actually donates 80% of each sample to the public bank, while privately banking the remaining 20%.
By creating the public bank, that allows people to find a match and to get the treatment they need now and retain your own cells for later use for this regenerative medicine future that is definitely coming. If you bank with us, with Virgin, you get both of those scenarios.
Still, some experts argue that by offering private banking at all, these businesses are based on the false premise that the science is more advanced than it actually is.
They are preying upon people's fear of the future, fear of how their health might change, and the hope that there will be a cure, a wonder cure. They hear that, and then they're told that, yes, this is a source of stem cells and this will be one of those cures, but we don't have the evidence that that's actually the case.
There is still a great deal of uncertainty surrounding the future potential of stem cells. But as long as the claims are not disproven, there will undoubtedly be parents willing to pay the price to cover them for the what if.